Hey everyone, Satyam here. I hope you all are doing well. So today we are celebrating CalliFest in collaboration with the Manuscript Pen Company, and I am hosting my glass pen calligraphy workshop. This workshop is suitable for beginners or someone who just love different letter forms. In this workshop, we will explore flow, beauty, and the rhythm of the glass pen calligraphy. This workshop will be memorable and special for you. So let's get started. All right. So let's check what are the things that is required for today's workshop. So the first thing we need here that is a paper. So here we are using a good watercolor paper like this with the good texture here. So I'm using here 300 GSM watercolor paper or 140 lb. That is the thickness of this watercolor paper that I'm using here with the good texture here, right? The second thing here we need to use that is the glass pen. So we do have glass pen from the Manuscript, and it's a beautiful glass pen that we are using in this workshop. So let's open the box and we can check here the glass pen, right? So you can check here the glass pen. It's a beautiful glass pen that we will use in this workshop. And also we are using glass pen ink. So again, we have the inks from the Manuscript, and we do have Shimmer ink here like this. So this we are using in this workshop, right? So let's start the workshop by using these Manuscript materials. We have the inks, we have the pen, and let's start the workshop. Now, here I have the paper that is A4 size rectangle paper. Here you can check. So that's the size A4 that I'm using. But now I'll make it square. To make our project, I'll make that square. So I cut it down here and you can check here it's a square paper right now. And now what I'll do here by using the normal pencil, I'll try to make here the circle inside this. I'll try to make here the normal circle with the hand drawn circle. We do not need any fancy equipment for that. Just we are trying to make it circle. So with the light hand, I'll try to do this circle like this. So let's do this. Yeah, that's it. So I have done the circle here. You can check very light hand I have used, and it's a kind of circle that we required for now. Now put that aside and we will check how to use the glass pen. That we will check first. Then we will create the project. First, I'll give you the basic information about how to use the glass pen. So let's check that. So I'll put this aside and let's focus on this paper. Now I have the pen and I will dip into this particular ink here. So I have the ink and I will dip here into the ink. And if we are writing here, so it will work like this. Very normal, right? But how to create magic with this pen and this ink? So that we will learn today. If you are writing normally, then it will work like normal ballpoint pen, right? But here we will create the magic. So what is our method is we are learning here fox calligraphy. We will call it fox calligraphy. So how to create that? As an example, whenever we are writing any kind of letter, as an example, we are writing here the letter A. So it will be like this normally, right? But now for the fox calligraphy, when we are writing this letter A, we have a set of rule. What we are doing here, whenever we are moving upward with the stroke, we are keep it single stroke, single line. But whenever we are moving downward, we will keep it double line. We will make it double stroke, right? So as an example, if I am doing here the letter A again, so when I'm doing the letter A, so upward line will remain the same, single line, and the downward line will remain the double line. So here I'll create the another line like this. And now that line we will fill with the color like this. And here we will make the wave line. Yes. So that is just for example. I hope you get the idea. Whenever we are moving downward side, it should be double line. Whenever we are moving upward side, it should be the single line. Now let's check another letter. So as an example, we are doing small letter A or lowercase letter A. So it will be like this. So I'm creating here the lowercase letter A. Now again, here I moved upward, so it should be single line. Here I moved downward, so it should be double line like this. Then here I moved upward, so that should be single. Here again I moved downward, so it should be double line like this. And this line will remain the single line. Now, where we moved with the double stroke, we need to fill that stroke so it will look good like this. So these are the basic set of rules we are following while we are doing this fox calligraphy by using the glass pen, right? This. So we are checking the random letters. So after the letter A, let's check the letter D. So as an example, I'm creating here the uppercase letter D. So upward and I'm moving here downward. While we are moving downward, we need to remember that it should be double line. So it will be like this. And from here, I'll complete the letter D like this. And here we moved upward. So it should be single line, but here we moved downward. So I'll create here the double line, this one. And this line will be the upward line. So it will remain the single line. Now just we need to fill here the ink and you can see the results. We have the letter D by using glass pen calligraphy and the script we are learning, the style we are learning, that is fox calligraphy. This. Now also we will create lowercase letter D. So for the lowercase letter D, it will be like this. And here we move downward. So here I'll create the double line and then I'll finish the remaining letter D. So it will be like this. And here we move downward, here upward, and here it's a downward line. So I'll create here the double line like this. And then I'll fill the gap here. So it will be beautiful letter D. Let's check few more letters. So here I will create the letter H. First, I'll be creating here the uppercase letter. So it will be like this, upward and downward. And I will move here upward. And from here, it's downward and slightly upward. So which rule we need to follow here? It's upward line, so it will be single line. It's a downward line here, so I will create here the double line like this. Then it's upward line, it will remain the single. And here it's a downward line or downward stroke, so we will create here the double like this. So the primary thing we have done here. Now just we need to fill here the ink. Right. And if you want to make it a little bit thicker, then you can add here the additional line and you can make it thicker. So the thickness that you can choose according to your style. We do not have any rule for the thickness, but just you need to check if it is looking good, then you can adopt that thickness. Yes. If you want to add more thickness, still that is possible. So it will be like this. Right. Now, after creating this uppercase letter, let's do here the lowercase letter H. So it will be like this. And here, while we are moving downward, let's create the double line. And here we will close this line. And here we are moving upward. Here it's downward and upward. So the downward line will remain the double. This. Now just we need to fill here the ink. This. So this is how you can create all the letters, all the numbers, everything you can create by using this technique, this style, which is Fox calligraphy, right? So now we are moving towards our final project that we are creating. So let's move to the project right now. And I will aim here to write something like nature lover. So I'll write here nature and then I'll write here lover. We are doing it with the glass pen, but before that, if you're the beginner, then you can draw with the light hand by using the pencil. And after that, you can directly make it with the glass pen. So what I'm doing here with the light hand, I will write here nature like this. So why I'm writing here to check the estimated gap where what kind of gap I need to left here and what kind of gap I need to left here. That I wanted to check. That's why I'm writing with the light-handed pencil. So I've written here nature like this, and I'll make few decorative lines like this, and I'll write here lower. So it will be like this. Yes, so I get the idea. Like if it is the circle I have, if I wanted to write nature lover, then maybe I can start from here, it will end here. And lover, if I'll start here, it will end here. So for the estimated idea, just we have draw this particular word. Now you know the rule. Whenever we are doing it with the glass pen here, we need to create double line where we are moving downward. We need to create single line when we are moving upward. So that rule we will apply here. So let's start with the glass pen here. So I'm writing here this nature and I will start with the green color, right? So the ink color will be the green that I'm using here. And I will write here nature like this. Whenever I move this downward, I will create the double line. So it will be like this. Then I'll move upward with the single line. And again, I will move double with the double line when we are moving downward like this. So the letter N I have written here, right? Next letter we are writing here, that is letter A. So it will be like this. Again, it will be the double line here when we have moved downward. It will be single line here when we moved upward and double line this. You can fill here all the strokes together. And if you wanted to fill later after writing the word, that will be fine. Right. So what I'll do here, in the first word, I'll write all the letter first, and then we will fill this particular gap. And here what we will do the letter and we will fill the gap. So that we are doing here. So letter A, we have done, letter N we have done. And you can choose your letters, your styling letters you can choose here. It is not compulsory to write the letter that I have written here. So you can choose your style. Just remember one thing, whenever moving downward, it should be double line. Whenever moving upward, it should be single line. Now I'll be doing here the letter T. So it will be like this. So downward will be the double line. So I'll create here the double line, this. Then here we have the letter U. I will create the double line. Then the next letter is letter R. You need to remember double line whenever or wherever you move downward. So here we move downward. And the letter E. So here it will be double line. And also I'll create this line here. So it will be like this. It is not compulsory to move on this pencil graph or the pencil letters. You can move according to your adjustment, but just you need to focus on the pencil. So you can check where I need to move to maintain the balance both the side, right? Now I will fill this gap and it will take time. So you need to have patience here because it will take time whenever we are doing this part, filling part. So keep doing this slowly and you will enjoy the process also like this. And we have the shimmer ink. So once it gets dried, then it will be amazing view here. Now, whenever you are filling this gap, you do not need to make too heavy stroke. You just need to glide this pen on the paper so it will be smooth enough to watch whenever you are doing this. So you do not need to press this pen too much. Just glide it on the paper so it will be super smooth like this. So now you can check the letter and it looks super amazing with just single stroke and double stroke, right? So let's move towards the next letter, letter A. It is a very satisfying process while you are filling these gaps. The third letter, that is letter T, that I'm doing right now. So why I have chosen the green color? Because the word is nature lover. So just naturally I wanted to use this green because it's connected to the nature. That's why. So we will create the whole project by using the green only. And still we are just using one color. Still it will be super fun. It will look amazing at the end. So just you need to have some patience till the end while you are creating this. And at the end you will love your artwork. Right. So also we have filled the letter R. Now the next letter, that is the letter E, that we need to fill here. Also, I'll make this line little thicker so it will stand out here. It will look good here. So this line I wanted to create little thicker from both the ends only, from here also. And now I have the another word, that is lover. So that I am doing right now. This time, what we will do here, we will create one letter, we will fill that. Then we will create the second letter, we will fill that. That is how we will move here. So let's create this letter L, and I'll make the double line, this. And also we will fill that gap. So it will be here. Just we need to glide on the paper. We are not pressing this pen here too much. Just we are gliding properly. So the color will flow better. This. So you can check the letter L. Next letter we have, that is letter O. Again, your style of letter will work here. That is just my style, what I'm doing here. If you are doing letter O differently, if you are doing letter L differently, that's totally fine, right? Just we need to understand one rule. When we are moving downward, it should be double. When we are moving upward, it should be single line, right? Now here, that is the letter O. So it will be like this. And here I move downward. So it will be double line, right? This here upward, here downward. So little bit thick stroke I will add here. Otherwise, here we will fill the gap. At the end, we will erase those pencil stroke also. So it will look clean, it will look neat and beautiful, right? That also we will do. But right now, our focus will be just on the letters. Next is letter V. So it will be like this. And here we move downward. So it should be double line. And we will fill this with the color. And now it's a satisfying process that we are doing. Here slightly we are adding the double stroke because it's a downward line when we move downward. This. Now letter E. So here we are adding the letter E and last letter R. This. Now let's add the double line here and we will fill that gap to the letter E. After the letter E, next is letter R. So here is the double stroke and we will fill that gap. So now I have written here nature lover, but now you thinking like why we have created this kind of pencil circle. So now here we comes to that point. So what we'll do here just we will create a line like this. That's it. So with the by using the glass pen, again the green color only, and we have created this line on this circle. And here I will draw this leaf like this. So basically we will create lots of leaves here, but just I have done with the one leaf. This. Now we will create here another leaf. So one we will do here like this. One will be here like this. Here I'll make the dot like this. Here also I'll create this, right? So this is how we will move with the leaves. At the end, we need to fill it with the color. This is just we are drawing and then we will fill the color, right? Like this. And here, let's fill all the leaves together. Also, you can do one thing if you have the dark shade of this green, then what you need to do, you can make the blend of light green and the dark green. As an example, what I'll do here, I'll make this like this and a little bit space here, I'll make blank. What I'll do here, I will use there the dark color of the green one. So it will be blended leaves. So you can check here, little bit I left here without filling up. So in all the leaves, I'll do that. If you wanted to try this, you can try. If you have any darker color of the ink of this green, then you can do this. So I'll fill that much, and bottom portion that I'll make like this without the color. Same way here and here. This one. Right. So here we will add the dark color of this green, but later once it's get dried, then we will add, right? So it will be like this. Now, what we need to do here we are doing the exercise where we will create kind of an oval, bigger oval, then we will gradually decrease the size of the oval. That is the exercise we will do here. So it will be like this. First I will trying to create the bigger oval like this, then I will gradually decrease the size of an oval, and it will be like this. So you can check here, it is a super amazing leaves patterns we have drawn here. After that, I will add the dark color of the green here. So dark green I am using here. Let's start with here. So here I'm adding the dark color. So it will look good once it gets dried. Two color combination we are doing. Then here also we are using that dark color. This also, let's add here few dark stroke. This. Now we have done this one side. Now that same thing we will repeat here on the another side. So what we need to do here again with the green color, I will draw the line like this. So it will be like this, right? I just need to draw the line. After that, I will create the leaves. So it will be like this, right? Then here I need to draw one here. Then we can draw here a few dots only like this. This. Now our task is to fill this with the color. And what we will do here, we will left little gap here at the bottom for the darker color, right? So here we will left some gap for the dark color. This. when we are doing this dark color, when that green one, light green one gets dried, then we are doing the dark green. Meanwhile, what we are doing here, again, we will make this ovals, that bigger oval, then we are creating gradually the smaller. So that we are creating right now. So here it will be like this. First, I'll create the bigger ovals, then I will start creating the smaller ones. So it will be like this, right? So now you can check. Also here we will fill the dark one. So now we are using the dark color. This. Now, both the side we have done this flower pattern. Now here I wanted to add kind of infinity pattern here. So just you need to check how I'm doing this. So I'll get the dark color, or you can also use the light one, light green. So I'm using the dark green and I'm trying to here that infinity pattern. So it will be like this. Now let's make it proper so it will look good. So this is how we have refined this properly with the little darker stroke, and it will look good. Now here, what we are doing here, we are just making few lifts to connect this circle. So here I'll be making few lifts and here I'll be make few lifts. So it will be like this. So if just three I have done, or maybe the fourth one, then I reach at the half. So here I will do the next four. So it will be like this, two and three and four. Now you can check. Again, we need to fill it with the color. So right now I'm not adding here any dark green, just with the light green I am adding this. So this is a kind of a leaf border, you can say. We have just created border here by using our leaves. And here also. This. So I also removed the pencil mark from the background here. So it is already erased. And now you can check your artwork and you can check how it looks, right? So here is your artwork. I hope you enjoyed this process by doing this artwork. We are creating another artwork and we are moving towards that. So that is your first one. We will create another one and let's start with that. For this project, again, we are using the watercolor paper, 300 GSM or 140 LB here. And for your surprise, we are creating here the birthday card. So it will be super fun. And you can also gift to someone and you can celebrate the birthday by giving this kind of handmade card. So we are creating here the birthday card. For that, first we need a scale or ruler. And at the center and below the center, we will create a mark and it will be like this. So we'll create that mark because I wanted to write here birthday. That is why, right? And also you can write here birthday with the pencil, with the light hand. So I can create like this. Yes, now you can check here. I've written here birthday, and that is not the final, but it's just a rough artwork. Now I'll create something beautiful with the glass pen. So let's check. So now I'll be starting with that, and I'm using here kind of a rose color. So you already knew the rules. What are the rules here? When we are moving upward, single line. When we are moving downward, it should be double line. So that I'm following right now here. The lettering style will be your own lettering style. That will be fine. I'm doing my own style. So maybe it will be different what you are writing. This. And here that will be the downward stroke. So it will be double line. And here we are filling the gap. Then we will do the next letter. That is how we are planning. So first I will fill the gap here. The process of filling this gap is the most satisfying process that I found. So also it's a therapeutic, meditative when you are following this process. And also it will take some time, but that is how we are enjoying this process. The letter B. Next letter, that is I. So we are doing here the letter I, and the next is letter R. The letter I will be the double line here, and we will fill it with the color. Just we need to glide on the paper. This pen, we are gliding on the paper. We are not giving a heavy pressure to the pen, right? This. The next letter will be the letter R. And letter R again will be with the double line where we moved the downward. So here we moved downward, so it should be double line. So it's a BIR. Next will be letter T. T with the double line like this. And we will fill the gap first. Then we will move to the next letter H. Also here it will be letter H. So it's like this. And we will create the double line where we move downward. So here it's a double line while creating the letter H. Here it's also double line like this, right? Now, also we can make here this wave line for the letter T, and we will make it little thicker here at the at both the ends. We will make it little thicker. This. Now we need to fill the gap for the letter H. So BIRT and H we are filling right now. Also behind you can see the pencil artwork, and sometimes you will see here the artwork will be slight forward and our art will be here. So that's fine. Just we need to focus on the current letter that we are doing, right? Because that's the final artwork, what we are doing right now. The pencil work is not the final art. So my focus will be here only. I'll erase that letter, the artwork behind that. BIRTH, letter D I will create here. So it will be like this. And I will make here the double line. Here also it will be double line. And now I need to fill that gap. This. Now, next two letters will be A and letter Y. So here I'll be creating the letter A like this. And also we will create the double line where we move downward. So here it's a double line and we will fill that gap with the lines with the color like this. This is also double line, and we need to fill the gap. The last letter we have, that is letter Y. Now here I will create the letter Y. So now you can check here this beautiful word birthday. Once that gets dried, then we will erase that pencil work. Now, what I'm aiming here, I will write here something happy, that happy birthday, and the name of the person that will I'll write here, but with the normal fonts, right? We are not creating this kind of fox calligraphy. With just normal fonts, I'll be writing here happy, and I'll be writing here the name of the person. So let's write here the first happy. So with the similar ink, or you can also try the different color ink, but I'm using here the similar ink, and I'll be writing here the word happy. So just in the capital letters, I'll be writing here happy, H-A, then P and P and Y. Maybe I'll create a little more thicker. So it will be like this. I'll repeat that again, and it will be a little thicker. This. And at the bottom here, I'll be writing with the name, and you can write the person of the name you want to give this card or you want to make the card for. So I'm writing just my name. So it will be easier for me also. So here I'll be writing my own name. You can write your own also. So it's like this. It's letter S. So I'll be writing in the capital letters. Y A M. So I've just written my own name, and now I'll make it a little darker. So I'll repeat that. So you can see here it's getting dark letters. For more finishing, it's if you are doing it double line, it will look good. But you need to be careful while you are making double line, because if it is not on the previous line, then you will mess. It will get mess. So it's important to get this line on the previous line. This. So it's very simple. I have written happy birthday and I've written the name. Now, once you're done with that, We need a paintbrush, a normal paintbrush. If you have like this, then we need that. So what we are doing here, we have different inks like yellow, red, orange, this kind of inks we have. So just we are creating here a kind of circle or oval here with the paintbrush. So I'll show you here how to do that. So as an example, I am using here the different color. Like I'm using here the yellow color like this. And maybe same thing I will do here at the bottom like this, right? Like this. And now I'm using another color. So this time I will use green one. So I will make this like this. And here also I'll make the green one. Now again using the different one. So it will be here. Kind of orange I'm using right now. And also it will be here. You can make the orange. This. Let me add one more color here. So I'll be adding one more color here and here also. Now let it dry for a while. And meanwhile, I will erase this pencil work here. So it will be clean until the time it gets dried, right? So let's clear or let's erase this pencil work. So now you can check here. We have erased the pencil and the line and everything, and it is looking good and neat. Now, what we are doing here, if you can see these dots, here we just need a fine liner, regular black fine liner we need. And what we are doing here, we will create here this kind of oval shape. And basically we are creating here the balloon, right? So it will be like this. We are creating the balloon like this, this. It is not compulsory to fill here all the color in the balloon. That will be fine. Here we have created balloon. Here also I'll create the balloon. This, right? And like this. And this one. Then what we are doing, once we have done this kind of shape with the fine liner, we are creating the line of the balloon and kind of a knot here. This. So it's just a random knots and lines, right? Here also. This. So now we have done happy birthday with the glass pen. Also here we have just done the capital letters happy and the name of the person. Now what we are doing here, let's check. Now using the same fine liner, maybe I'll create few heart shape here. And also I can create stars here like this. Here also we can make few dots, few heart shapes and the stars also. So let's check here. Once you're done with this little bit decorative things here, now here we are creating the border. But the border will not be the outside here. The border will be the overlapping. So we will overlap those balloons here. And that's how we are creating the border. So let's do that. So I'll create my border here and it is overlapping border. So we will not cross the object that we have done. Just I will be making the border here like this, then balloon here. So we are not doing, and slightly here I am adding the border like this. And the same way here, I'll be adding the border like this. Right. So that line you can see here. And we are moving downward here, also here downward, and here we are doing the border. So this border we are making here. So it's a here like this. And here we will connect. Here also we will connect. And after applying border, now you can check the minimalist birthday card where we have just focused on the birthday. The name and the happy will be the smaller. Also, you can do something else like you can focus on the name of the particular person and happy birthday. Here you can make it smaller. That is also fine. You can add your own creativity, tweaks and turns that you can create. So now you can check the all over look by just adding this kind of glass pen letters by adding here again the ink which we are using in the glass pen. Just we have added the oval shape and finally we have created the balloons. So this is how it looks when you complete this particular project. So I hope you have done this project well. And check both the artworks together that we have created in this workshop. So here we have created nature lover by adding this circle without drawing, without with any kind of equipment. Just it's hand drawn, and we have created this kind of leaves and the nature lover that words we have written with the green only, right? So you can see the green color only. Still, it is looking beautiful. Here we have just created birthday card, so you can gift to someone here. So I hope you like this both the projects here. And that's the wrap on our special workshop. If today's session inspired you, I'd love to see your creation. Just tag me at Mr. Tank Calligraphy on Instagram. If you have any question related to today's workshop, just email me at mrtankcalligraphy@gmail.com. A heartfelt thank you to everyone who joined me today in this artistic celebration. A big thank you to the Manuscript Pen Company. Keep the passion alive. Calligraphy is not just writing, but art from the heart. Until the next time, Satyam here signing off. We'll see you again. Thank you.